And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with the Game Boy Geek.
Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today we are looking at a unique game that plays only 3 players. And we're going to be seeing people be thieves or merchants trying to make it rain with the money. Or looking at the City Watch, the people who are trying to put the thieves into prison, basically the cops of this age. And we're going to be fighting over all these 3 different factions. Each of them have a unique victory condition. And a game by Victory Point called Trieste. 3-player card game. Let's take a look. And I'll show you how it's played. I'll see you on the other side. So randomly, everyone's going to get one of the 3 factions. So we have the blue, which is the City Watch, green, which is the merchants, and red, which is the thieves. Each of them have different victory conditions. For example, the City Watch is trying to capture 7 thieves. If they do that first, they win. The thieves are trying to get 9 of these infamy cards, and these go to him when one of his thieves successfully does something bad without being caught, and they get these cards depending on how strong that thief was. They have to get 9 of these to win. And the merchants need treasure. They need a treasure amount equal to 11 plus however many thieves the City Watch has caught. So they all sort of intertwine together. At the beginning of the game, everyone has shuffled their deck. They get 2 copper cards, and they take up the first 2 cards in their deck. And of course, these would be secret to everybody else, but they would draw 2 cards. Now there's 5 phases to every turn, and each turn is always going to go in this order. Blue, green, red. City Watch, merchants, thieves. Always, every turn. Also out there is a treasure deck. And the treasure deck will consist of cards like copper, silver, gold, and 1 diamond card. There's only a few gold, 1 diamond, and the rest are gold and silver. Now the first phase is the draw phase. This is my deck, this is the treasure deck. You can draw 2 cards. Now you can draw 1 from here, and 1 from here, or 2 from here, or 2 from there. So it doesn't matter which you do, but you can do it one at a time. So you could say, okay, I'm gonna draw a card. Okay, I like that, but maybe I need some money. And my second card, I'm gonna draw a copper. Okay, or you could have taken 2 or 2, depending on 2 total from either deck, and you can look before you take your next thing. Now the next phase after everyone's done the draw phase is the play phase. So when I play a card, we're gonna play it face down, like that from our deck. And everyone, if that's the case, everyone's gonna do that. And then once everyone has played face down, then we do the payment phase. In the payment phase, starting with blue, they would flip their card over, and if there's a cost, they would pay it. In this case, they would pay 2 money, 2 of these copper cards to the discard pile there. Now they may have, instead of playing a card like that, they may have played a copper card. In this case, they don't pay anything, it would just go to the next player. The next phase is the effect phase. So if I had played this, since it's copper and it has a 1 on it, I would discard this and I would get 1 card from the treasure deck. Another copper. If I had played a silver card, which is worth 2, I would have pulled 2 from the deck. That's basically the effect, and I would have had more money. If I had played one of the guys, we would then do the effect on that card. So for example, if I had played the Bloodhound card, then I could capture a level 2 or lower thief character that's revealed this turn into the discard pile. If a character is captured this way, the thief loses 1 infamy. So there's all different types of things that these cards can do. A lot of it has to do with battling thieves because you have a City Watch. And just to show you some of the other factions and how those things work, let's say these are some action cards that they could have played here, some action or character cards. This person could have drawn 2 treasure cards and immediately discard 1 of them, but it's free to use. This one would have costed 2 to activate, and you draw 3 treasure cards. Again, the green merchants are always about money for their victory conditions. Or they could have played this character for 3, and they could have chose exactly a level 2 or lower action card in their discard pile, play both of them for free. So essentially, it allows you to go back in your discard pile. So some interesting things from the merchant. Well, let's look at some of the cards from the thief deck, for example. This guy costs 0. He's a level 0 character. And the merchant, who's the green person, reveals a card in their hand. If a treasure card is not revealed, draw 1 thief card. If a treasure card is revealed, place it in your hand. If the treasure is worth 2 or more, gain an infamy. So it's all about robbing the person who's the merchant. This one's the con artist. He's a level 1. He costs 1 money. The merchant randomly reveals in their hand a treasure card that's revealed, and you take the revealed treasure card, add it to your hand. So you're stealing stuff again from the one who likes money. Or you could do an action like other players reveal all cards in their hand, choose up to 2 treasure cards revealed, and place them in your hand, and gain an infamy, which is one of their victory conditions, of course. They need 9 of these. Add infamy to their hand for each card that you added. So there's some different things that they can do. So again, if these were the 3 cards that were basically put out by them in the beginning of the round, we'd go through the effect phase. This one says capture a level 2 or thief. So he would have captured this guy. He would have went to prison, which of course is the victory condition. He needs 7 guys in prison to win. And he would have lost some infamy if he had it that way because of this card. And this person would have drawn 3 treasure cards trying to get to having a lot of treasure. And that would have been the effect phase of that round. And in the end phase, we first see if any of these victory conditions are met. If so, that person wins. If not, you're able to buy back a character from your discard pile that's a level of 1 to 3. So if you wanted to buy this one back, he's a level 2. I could buy him back for 3, even though he might have been in my discard pile. And then we go round and round through those 5 phases until somebody wins. There's also an advanced setup where after everyone's selected a faction, each faction has 3 what's called hero cards that they can select. They select one of those, and they can pretty much use them. It's a one-time use, special ability that they can use during the game. They get to select one of those. Just gives them one more thing of strategy to use. All right, well, there's Trieste. I had heard so many good things about this game that I had to give it a shot. And I must say, the things that are interesting, let me cover what I liked about it first, and I'll cover what I didn't like about it. The things I liked about it, it's just unique. I don't think I have or maybe even heard of another game that plays just 3. I'm sure there's many out there, maybe. But this is the first one I've encountered, 3 players only, and the way that sort of those 3 different factions play against each other, to me, that's the most interesting part of this game. It's very unique, and I really like that, because actually often I'm with just 3 people, 2 others, in one of my gaming nights. So this is actually perfect for that. So that was the thing I liked about it the best. Now, personally, I typically don't like games where you have to read a lot of text on a card. I don't know what you call it. I don't enjoy those as much. And this had a lot of text reading. I tried to look past it because I had heard so many good things, but still, that part of it still just rubbed me the wrong way. It's just a personal preference. I didn't like that. Another thing that we thought about this game is, you know what it felt like? It felt like you were playing a game of Dominion after your deck was built. It's like a more, maybe not streamlined or faster, because the game probably takes about the same time as a 2-player game of Dominion. But it's like, okay, we've already built our deck, and now we have our deck, let's play it. And so that's sort of how it felt. And as you may know, I know I'm in the minority here, but I do not like Dominion at all. In fact, I don't really like any deck builders. So it's just, I don't know, it's a type of game I don't like. And this kind of felt like a deck builder after you've built your deck with all these cards and pulling things back in from your discard pile and combination different ones. And so I think if you like deck builders, actually playing a deck after you've built it, that mechanic of a game, and you like Dominion, I think you'll like this game. Like many of the other people do. If you don't like deck builders, if you don't like that, if you don't like reading a lot of text on cards, you probably aren't going to like this like I did not like it. But it doesn't mean it's not a good game. I think it actually is a good game. I think mechanically everything's cool. I like the 3 factions, put them on each other. So there you have it. Some of you are going to like it, some of you aren't. I'm just on the camp that doesn't make it not a good game. Is it for you? After this review, hopefully you can tell. Trieste.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.